Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to use web fonts. So specifically we're going to use Google Web Fonts, and up until now we've kind of been using some basic fonts that computers have, browsers can find, so it's easy enough to load them. You don't have to actually store the font because, as you'll remember, if we give the browser a resource like an image or a font, then we have to show it where that resource is. Well, the fonts we've been using, it knows where to find them. But if you want to do something fancier, that it might not know where to find, you'll have to tell it where it is. So in some cases, you can have that font yourself and host it yourself and give it to the browser. But in this case, we're going to use Google Fonts, and Google Fonts, they host them, they store them, and then you just have to point the browser to them. So okay, so let's go to Google Fonts. So I'll look up Google Web Fonts, and they're at google.com/fonts. So there's, tons of different fonts here, and actually 708 to be exact, and you can categorize them. So if you're only really looking for display fonts, let's say you're looking for display fonts because you want something for the title of your site, so you just kind of want some showy fonts that you wouldn't use maybe as the text of a story, but you would use for the title of your blog. Okay, so you can see all of these are a bit different. Maybe you find one that you like. So let's just go here and say that we like bangers. What you do is add it to your collection, and you can add more than one to your collection. So if you liked that one and then you also thought that somewhere on your blog you might use this one, okay, go ahead and add that to your collection. Now you can click, when you're ready, you can click use. And you'll come to this page, and you can check if you want to use more than just the normal. So Bangers only has a normal weight font, but Passion One, you can get a bold version and an ultra bold version. I'm just going to go with the normal version, and you can do the other ones. As you use more and more, it does increase your page load. So you'll really only want to check the ones that you're actually going to use. And then you go here, and you're going to want to get this link code here and copy it. Okay, so now what we want to do is go into FileZilla, because this goes in the head. And you'll remember that the head is contained in header PHP. So double click that to download it. And then go to your folder, and then either go into Sublime and open it, or open it from your folder. I'm going to open it with Sublime. There we go. And I'm going to want to put it in my head. So my head starts here and ends here. So, almost any place is probably fine. So I'm going to just go ahead and put it toward the bottom so that I can find it easily if I need to change that. Okay, and then I'm going to save it. Now the second thing that I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to also actually use the style in my style sheet. I'm trying to get these both to go together, but they apparently do not want to. Okay, that's okay. So actually I'm pretty much done changing the header, so I'm going to click out of that, and I'm going to go to my style sheet. Oops. And so where I wanted to use this was probably in the title, which is the H1 header. So right now it has a font family as Verdana, but I'm going to change that, and it'll tell you what you can change it to. So I'm going to change it to Bangers, and then it always gives you like a default backup. So if the browser can't get to this, it'll just use its default cursive font instead. So I will do this. I'll copy it, and I'm going to go ahead and put it here and save it. And you will notice that I also have this because I put the Passion One also in my collection, and so I already have both Bangers and Passion One, loading, because I put it in the head of my blog. So if I want to use this anywhere else, I can also copy this. So let's just say that I wanted to use this one maybe here. And this is the this is a div class description. So in description right here, which these are all things that I've added. So if you don't see it, you'll go ahead and add it. And I will put Passion 1 and save it. Okay, now I've got to take my locally changed files, which were style and header, and I'm going to move them over into FileZilla. And then I'm going to go back to my site and refresh. And there, I've got these cool new fonts. So that is how you use Google Fonts.